We're crossing the bridge. Hi, I'm Ray of Sunshine. Welcome to the C-section of my video series. I hesitated about calling it the C-section. I wasn't quite sure if it was appropriate. However, I'm discovering by the minute that it's more and more appropriate as we go. So, we're right in the middle of my C-section, which is crossing the bridge, going from the old world energy to the new world energy. Let me show you around my sanctuary here a little bit. I'm in the upper realms, as I have been for all of my C-sections. In my earlier sections, if you've been with me, you may have noticed that I'm way down here somewhere, right? And I take you all around the sanctuary, show you lots of different things, introduce you to a lot of different people, different concepts. But it's all old world concepts, and it's all about letting go of things that no longer serve, and moving on to a different energy, the old world energy to the new world energy. So up here in the upper realms of my sanctuary, there are stars and moons and suns, and I have stars and moons and suns everywhere, externally and internally. But there's a lot of them here to represent. This another one going on here. Oh, by the way, if you've been with me before, you'll notice there are some differences in the layout here. Just as you'll notice, there are differences in the format. There are differences. There's differences in the rays of sunshine that you're looking at. That's the same ray of sunshine in all those previous videos as the ray of sunshine that appears before you right now, but there's differences. Major differences, subtle differences. They're there for you to notice. Some elements are going to be more noticeable than others, but I will give you clues as we go along. Just as I'm going to give you a clue as to what's going on in this C series, the C section of crossing the bridge from the old world energy to the new world energy. You may notice that I have my blue moon glowing here because this is a blue moon moment. And it's not like, an occasional blue moon. This is blue moon. This is a once in a lifetime. This is how many 2012s have we had, right? This is the 2012 energy that we're in, which has been on the mouths of millions for at least 26,000 years that I know of. And this is the shift that I have been eagerly anticipating. And I'm discovering, as the shift is occurring, that there's a lot of different going on. We got different coming up like I've never seen before. So I'm in the process of doing something different to discover something different, and thus my YouTube series. I did not have making YouTube's videos as one of my aspirations, not too long before I started doing that. And I started doing that with my pilot video, which you will have the opportunity to click on at the end of this video. There'll be boxes on the side of my head. One of them is my pilot video. It's called Why Me? And it's significant for a number of reasons. Well, the whole series is significant if you follow it, because you're going to see a progression. You're going to see a little bit of a different ray of sunshine over there, discussing different things, but mostly discussing about discovering different, because we're in the energy of discovering different, doing something different to discovering something different. And I've talked about this on some of those previous videos too. That you could, a suggestion that I have that you might want to consider is sending this video to some character that it would be out of character for you to send it to. Why? You'll see. Try it. So we're in the blue moon area of my sanctuary here, and it's a blue moon moment that's occurring. 2012. Right alongside of me are my monks, which I will reintroduce to you. If you've been with me before, you've met my monks a couple of times, and they're standing on the wall over there on either side of my Peace on Earth tapestry. Now these monks, they look like twins at first glance, but I'm going to give you a closer look, because one of them represents the new world, one of them represents the old world, and they look so much alike, but they're very different. Look at the hairline, look at the eyebrows, look at the nose, look at the angles on the cheek, the mustaches, the beards. They're very, very different from each other. They look a lot alike. They are very different. And that's what you'll see when you look at this whole video progression, going from old world to new world. Also, hanging over there next to my monks, I have this heart, which I had given this heart to my best friend Sid back in 2015, which turned out to be a few weeks before he had passed away, and I didn't know that at the time. And that, that's what life is like sometimes. It kind of hits us off the side of the head by surprise. And you will see that as a metaphor. My pilot video, Why Me, is a metaphor really for my entire video presentation. It's also a metaphor for the entire energy of going from old world paradigm to new world paradigm. And that'll become clear on that video, but you'll have the opportunity at the end of this video to click. And don't worry about forgetting about it, because I talk about it in every one of those other videos. I repeat a lot of things, and the reason I repeat a lot of things is because I know what I'm like. I require repetition sometimes for things to sink in. I got an email this morning with a inspirational message, and you might know if you've seen some of my other videos, I love inspiration. I love receiving inspiration. I love sharing inspiration. I'm going to share this inspiration with you, and then I'll further explain it a little bit. This comes from Moon Omens. I get a daily email from them with a daily inspiration. I get all kinds of other presentations from them as well, and they also offer a monthly horoscope, which I just had the pleasure of diving into last night, the July horoscopes. I do 3 of them, my moon, sun, and rising. Anyway, those are phenomenal, and you might want to check that out, Moon Omens. This is my daily message that I got from them, which is, I am blessed to have a history of overcoming adversity and gaining rich experience along the way. So, that's part of what you're going to see in my previous video presentation, because that's all about the past. Everything before the C-section represents the old world, where we're coming from, and everything... Oh, here goes my moon. Everything after the C-section represents where we're leading to as we cross the bridge. There's a sign over to the side of the road. We're at the crest of the bridge right now. There's a sign that says, "Welcome to the new world. Proceed with passion." And that's what this is all about. And that's what I'm striving for. And I'm doing something different to discover something different, which is why I'm even making this YouTube video. This is not something that I've dreamed of all my life. In fact, the thought never even occurred to me until not too long before I made my pilot video. And I'll tell you right now, the pilot video is very different from this video. All of the earlier videos prior to this one, well, there's a progression, which you'll see. Some things are more obvious than others. And I give you hints. I'll help you out, because there's pieces of the puzzle to put together. Just like this whole C-section. It's represented by 1111, the 1111 bridge that we're on. So C1, C2 is 1111. I explained that in the C3 video. And now I'm going to explain to you how the C3 video is also part of the 1111 series. And it actually goes one step further. It goes into 111111, which I'm not too familiar with. I'm pretty familiar with 1111, 1111, not so much. But I'm open to the idea of different, because different is happening like we ain't never seen. So I'm acclimating myself to different. You can acclimate yourself too by discovering how you deal with discovering different, by going back to some of those previous rays of sunshine. See what's there for you. There's a progression, which you'll recognize. So in the C section, the C3 video becomes an 111111 video because it was published at 1111, which you probably would have no way of knowing offhand, or you probably don't click on a video and say, geez, I wonder what time that was published at. So I'm giving you a clue. I'm giving you a hint. I'm making it easy for you. It was an 1111 published time. The run time is 1441. There's an 11 there as well. So it becomes an 1111 video. Let me continue with, oh no, I lost it. My quote. My past, you notice there's still some shadows going on in this C section? my past has helped me to learn and grow in so many ways. And so, and that's exactly what you will see. You're going to see a lot of my previous experiences. You're going to see a lot of my current experiences, doing something different to discover something different, which, by the way, you might want to consider doing. You could send this video to some character who it would be out of your character to send it to. Why? Well, try it. Maybe you'll find out. So at the end of this video, you're going to have that opportunity to click on a previous video. You'll have a chance to go look at some of the previous formats. You'll have a chance to go look at my pilot video, which is a metaphor. It's a metaphor for my whole life, really, but it's a metaphor for my whole video presentation. And so I hope to see you there. And in the meanwhile, you'll never guess what I'm going to have to say to close off this program. You might guess, if you looked at some of my other presentations, what it's going to end with, it's playtime. Create you.